juicy, keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping. See you at the crossroads.
Money over on my Insta. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my Insta. Only take a when I'm this. I be gang 3 times on my Insta. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the Insta. You got the jump me slipping, I'm infinitely big through the Genesis. Yeah, presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm, have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night tips. So they see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog, to the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, rep protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, rep protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my Insta. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my Insta. Only take a when I'm this. I'm gang 3 times on my Insta. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the Insta. Too late, you already there. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 9 to 6. You a shook one, Reeves and all the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't a damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my. Strictly for my. Survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right there's on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. American dream. No money, no class. Look at them. Look at them.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Here's Corey Grant now to return. There's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
380, 380, 380.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Being chased out. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
380.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Ace!
So after the INT, here's Mahomes rolling to his left. And his first look is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 30. Five-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Green 80. Sunday.
Throwing now is Bortles. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Bortles again, eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. To return it is Corey Grant. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Here we go. Omaha.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And some room to work. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Let's go, let's go.
Bortles now on first down. This one complete to Niles Paul. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who caught. It up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, Rashad Green. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Bortles on the give to Fournette, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Bortles. that in one-handed. What a grab. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 11. Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And taken right at the 35. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a KC touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 17-3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Bortles. Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, it's Bortles. Flush to his right. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Here we go.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. On play action, it's Bortles. He'll buy some time right. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Complete to Stewart, right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now here's Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Mahomes again. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They begin with a run by Fournette. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Bortles now on first down. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Here we go. Hey, spread left. Spread left.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And he's going to go down again. Chris Jones in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. The pitch to Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. Shotgun now for Bortles. Kelsey imposing his will, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Bortles to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a KC touchdown. That pick-6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
The extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Bortles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go. 3 down. 372.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey.
Again, it's Bortles. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lee. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
372.
A final shot before half for Bortles. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. A nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again with Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
372.
To throw, it's Bortles. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Tano Passigno in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Bortles going to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Reggie Ragland. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Here's Hunt. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Butker now to kick this one away. Now the return, Rashad Green. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On second down, here's Bortles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Paul. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Hey, hold it. Green 80. Spread left. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
On first down, Bortles. bulldozes past him. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. Now Bortles. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
We got 3. We got 3.
A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Spread left. Spread left. Spread left.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
Bortles now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Reggie Ragland. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. We're back now in KC. The Chiefs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Well, 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Mike 39, Lucy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Leonard Fournette, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Bortles. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Orlando Scandrick the one that time to knock it away. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out come the Chiefs now. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
They run again with Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Hunt fighting through, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A toss play to Hunt. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's a carry for the former Dolphin. It's Damian Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Hunt gets it on the draw from Mahomes. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Right back to him on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. This is Hunt. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They'll toss it to Hunt. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1. And just like that, it's 3rd down. This is Hunt. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Chiefs, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for a visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting out while I'm on the